Wanting to let go is getting you stuck. Do this instead to let go. Hi, everyone. Here, Tommy Walker, the Mind Engineer, again with another episode of Rapid Subconscious Reprogramming Community. Thank you if you're watching live. If you can type there, #live. If you're watching replay, #replay. Let us know if you're there, if you're watching, and if you're liking this. Thank you very much, of course, for your support and always being there. So let's talk about this very interesting topic about letting go. For many years, I have been studying the mind, how it works, how to start making changes. And what I had learned in the past is that, in a way, we have to try to let go to let go. And I know it sounds so weird, but a lot of people out there, I imagine, that have tried to let go something by focusing on letting go, right? Who hasn't in the past? Type a yes in the chat if you have tried letting go by focusing on letting go, right? The problem is that as I didn't understand how the mind worked on how to start making changes, it didn't work. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Although I tried and I tried letting go, somebody that had hurt me, somebody that had done something to me, right? I was still hurting and things like that. By focusing on letting go, I didn't really let go because what we resist persists. So what I realized is that by focusing on letting go, I wasn't really being able to let go of it. And that I found out many years later, because the truth is I wasn't really understanding what was going on. And let me express that a bit more. Yes, something I go in circles wondering if I should let situation or relations go. There you go. So, Susan, the idea, instead of focusing on letting go, the idea is to understand, why am I holding on? The way to proceed with this situation is to understand, why is it that the mind is holding on? So imagine that I'm holding on to a situation, right? So why am I holding on to this? So instead of telling myself, oh, I need to let go, focusing on letting go, that in a way it could be taken as judgment, because imagine that I'm not being able to let go something from the past. And I start telling myself that I need to let go. Isn't that kind of a judgment? How would you feel if your partner comes to you and says that you have to let go of something that you've been having a hard time to let go? Would you feel okay? Would you feel safe to let go? Or would you get a little bit triggered, a friend, family member that is telling you, a really good friend of yours, that you need to let go? How would you feel? For most people, it would trigger them to be like, oh, they're judging me and I should let go or something. And they start going into this inner battle normally that sometimes pours onto the outside, but normally from within. So what I've seen is that trying to, again, force yourself to let go, convince yourself to let go, doesn't work. And I want to share today how to start being able to let go without focusing on letting go. So as I already said, right, focus on, why am I holding on? Understand that the mind is kind of in compartments, right? As in psychology is called subpersonalities. The different parts of us. A part of us might be pulling on that direction. A part of us might be pulling in another direction. Another part might be pulling in this direction. Another part of me might be pulling in this direction. So there's different parts of us pulling in different directions. But each part of us that is pulling in different directions has valid reasons to be pulling in that direction. Again, listen to that. The part of you that is pulling on a specific direction is doing it for that part of it, valid reasons. It has valid reasons to be pulling on that direction. So imagine that I'm not being able to let go a person that I believe hurt me, right? Let's go into an example. Imagine that somebody, I'm going through a lawsuit, right? So if I cannot let go of thinking of that guy that hurt me, did this lawsuit towards me, instead of sitting down and talking, because I offered him to sit down and talk and say, okay, how much money do I owe you? I'll pay you according to what the law says that I need to pay you. Let's arrange that and I'll pay you. And instead, he sued me for 10 times more money than what he deserved, right? So for some time, I felt that he was hurting me. I felt disrespected. I felt not, acknowledged, not recognized because all the things that I had given to him. I even have emails from him thanking him for opening the doors of my business to him. So it's amazing because the guy that was really thankful, was really happy working with me, suddenly I was his worst enemy and I was taking advantage of him, right? So again, instead of trying to let go, I went into what can I learn from this? Why is this triggering me? Why am I not being able to let go? Why am I holding on? When I went into this exploration mode in my mind with an open heart, open mind, that's why the logo, sorry, on this side, mind and heart, because they go together. I need to learn why the mind is doing what it's doing. Instead of trying to force the mind to let go, I went into, hey, why is it that you're holding on? And as I went deeper, I'm going to give you this example where with this guy, a part of me started feeling that I was the bad guy. I had a narrative in my mind that I was the bad guy. So in a way, I was holding on because I wanted him, quote unquote, right, to change, to stop this lawsuit, because this lawsuit made me doubt myself if I was the good guy or not. And this is important to realize because I was doubting myself if I was the good guy or not. So as I started realizing what was going on in my mind, I was able to find the narratives in there. I then moved into learning, loving, and accepting, and then bringing a more a convincing argument that would debunk, that would throw away that belief, that narrative that I was running. So imagine this, right? A part of me was thinking that I was the bad guy, right? So, okay, I have valid reasons to feel this way. What are you holding on to believe to this, right? So a part of me was thinking that because I was getting on a lawsuit, this guy was pointing fingers at me, I was the bad guy. Why? Because when I was a kid, that happened many times. My parents judging me, criticizing made me feel like I was a bad guy. So look at this. As I was trying to force myself to let go, I was reinforcing the I'm the bad guy because I wasn't addressing the, hey, I feel like the bad guy. Okay, let's address that. Okay, so look, he has unresolved issues, and that's why he couldn't sit down as grown-up adults to talk about this and find, something that would work for both. He wanted to destroy me by filing a lawsuit, right? And going against me. He was trying to destroy me more because the truth is, as I looked back, when he brought the people that were supposed to prove that he had worked for X amount of time with me, several years or X amount of hours a week, all of that, the people that he brought in to testify for his, towards him, the only people that he brought in to testify, towards him are people that saw him work for us for 1 semester. So according to the law, he only worked with us for 1 semester when the truth is he worked with us for, I don't remember how many years now. So that proves that he doesn't care about the money to try to prove how much he has worked. He's just trying to, quote unquote, destroy us or, go against us. And it's silly because the truth is he's proving less than what he should. So what's going on there? That proves more that his mind was, in a way, fixated on proving something towards me than really proving the truth. So that brought more peace of mind to myself, telling myself, like, look, he really doesn't care about the money. He doesn't really want to care. He doesn't care about the truth. He just cares about trying to get us out of business, screw us, whatever. So I started bringing a compelling argument to prove to myself that I didn't do anything wrong, right? I might have made some mistakes, but that doesn't mean that I'm the bad guy. That doesn't mean that I was intentionally trying to screw him or made something wrong. Yes, I made some mistakes, right? But I try to make amends, but he didn't want to be there. So as I started talking to myself, realizing what was going on, I started feeling better about myself and I care less about him. So slowly it dissolved away the not being able to let go. Because as I worked on myself and I was able to say, okay, I might have made some mistakes. He made some mistakes. I tried to make amends. He didn't want to. That's on him. He has unresolved issues, and that's why he's doing what he's doing. As I brought a compelling argument, my inner narrative started changing, and eventually I was able to let go. I can send love to that person and I don't care. And I haven't paid him yet because the lawsuit is still going on. It's been many years now, and our country can take many, many years, right? This situation. So, okay, I'm okay with it. I can still send him love. I was with a guy this past week where I was working also, and this guy had the same energy from this other guy, but the positive energy. So instead of feeling bad because it reminded me of this guy over here, it brought me to say like, whoa, look how I can still have this good relationship with this person, new person, right? That is very similar to him, but it has nothing to do with him either because I'm feeling more love to this person that is suing me. I'm able to let go part of the past, not by focusing on letting go, but really working on what was bothering me from the past. Does that make sense? Hey, Carmela. Hey, Grove. How are you guys? Haven't seen you for a while. Let me know in the chat if this is making sense. If you're watching on YouTube, if you want to subscribe to the channel, if you want to receive more information about these things, let us know. Reach out. We're offering this on a weekly basis, normally, right? To be able to share inside tools to help people start making changes in their life. Today is about letting go. And instead of focusing on letting go, focusing on trying to learn why you are holding on. We got to go into a learning experience. If the car is not working and I want to fix it, I need to learn how the car works to be able to fix it. If I want to change something in my mind, I need to understand how the mind works. So as I learn how the mind works, it makes it easier to start making changes. So again, thank you very much if you're watching. I hope this helps and start embarking in this new journey of learning about the mind or continue learning about how the mind works to be able to start making changes. If I want to let go and I focus on letting go, forcing myself to let go, it ain't gonna work for most people. So please start putting yourself in this learning mode that is going to allow you to start making changes. So thank you very much. If you enjoy this, let me know, engage with this, share if you want to friends, family members that could benefit from this. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next episode. Take care and have a great week. Bye, everyone.